Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's just found me, I'm Leorah. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, so I've been missing in action last week because of all kinds of reasons, but today I'm back and I'm going to give you one of the reasons, okay? Because it's actually something that is very, very heavy on my mind, but I want to do that before we go into, of course, talking about makeup, because that's what we're going to do today. I want to talk about some of the latest releases that have caught my attention, and I just want to chat with you about that. Beyond that, I'm also surrounded by, maybe you can hear it, by my furry pack, my 3 very, very big puppies, and I'm so happy because they just they ground me, and I'm so happy that they're here. Okay, sweeties, I want to just point out one thing. You know, I was trying to figure out what I'm gonna film. I'm kind of torn between I want to do my thing. I don't want to sit here and always talk about my dogs. You know, I could, but that would be very, very boring for you. But I'm very, very torn because I don't want to do the normal beauty YouTuber content anymore. It's boring. It's boring. Everybody does the same thing. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want to see it anymore. And I'm not watching any beauty YouTube anymore myself. Sorry, I'm not, you know. The thing is, I'm very, very interested in a lot of things besides, of course, rescue animals and all of that big topic. I'm also very, very interested in, for example, politics. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching political debates. You know, did you know that behind this face is actually a politician? Yeah, so I'm very, very interested in stuff like this. I would love to talk about politics. I would love to talk about controversial issues, you know, like the woke movement or whatever, like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You know, I would love to talk about stuff like this, or about obesity. Stuff like that. But it is so dangerous to talk about stuff that actually splits the people, you know, into like camps. And even like with makeup, it is also like that, but much less. It is more of a safer territory. And honestly, as much as I would like to talk about these things, because I think they matter way more, maybe not Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but politics, or I don't know, climate change, or all of these things, I would put myself into a very big mess. You know, I think when I would actually start to share what my opinions are, people would come after me. You know, no matter from which camp, no matter what my opinions are, I'm never going to voice them here because I am going to not do that, you know. But I'm just trying to show you with this that it is very hard for me to just sit here and always talk about the safe topics while my heart is burning for this or for that or for that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, I was just sitting here and while I'm doing my makeup, and I'm like, what am I going to talk about that is actually also in my heart and important to me, and I think I have an opinion or I have some stuff that I want to share, but I can never do that, you know? And I find that super frustrating because of the censorship, what YouTube and like social media in general is doing, and of course all the people that are then going to be in the comment section, and then you're going to be dragged through the mud because no matter what you do, there is someone out there who you are offending, you know, and that is just so stupid. Okay, yeah, that is also something I would really like to talk about. You know, this whole thing about being offended. I just get I get very heated about stuff like this. Okay, I think you would actually be very surprised how passionate kind little Leorah can get. But in any case, let us just talk about makeup because that is what you came for. Maybe I should put a timestamp at the beginning of the video so you know when to when to come back here. Okay, sweeties, let me just move to the side. It's a bit hard because there's actually one of my puppies lying here and I don't want to hurt her. Sorry, Dakota, 1 second. Okay, so I'm just gonna move a tiny little bit. I hope I do have enough space here to still include the pictures. Okay, let us start with something, and of course, because I haven't posted for 2 weeks, so there is of course some stuff that has already launched I don't know, some time ago, okay? But in any case, I wanted to just talk with you about makeup because seriously, that is of course, after rescue animals, the next most important thing for me. All right, so sweeties, let us talk about Playing in Makeup by Yolando because they're actually coming out with the Gemrock 2 palette, which is an all matte palette with 30 shades. This is launching, let me just check the date. This is launching, I think you're today. Okay, so this is going to be super, super new. I do have a code with Playing in Makeup by Yolando in case you want to use it. All my codes are, of course, in the link tree. There is a link to my link tree in the description box in case you want to use it. So this is coming now. And of course, all matte palettes make a lot of sense, especially if you're someone who has a very, very big collection of shimmery shades, maybe singles or something like this. Or even for me, I know I'm being very repetitive right here, but I'm just very, very passionate about creating one brand looks. And when I have palettes of one brand that give me also the mattes, where I also have a lot of shimmer palettes, then that is just something that is, for me, this is perfect. Of course, you do get a very, very nice variety here, also nice depth in the palette. So if that is something that you want to consider, then of course you can go for that. They're also coming out, and this is already a little bit older, maybe like a week old or something like this, maybe a little bit more. They're also coming out with soft matte cream concealers, in case you're interested in that. Now, I'm personally not too much into this anymore because I am not putting on foundation. This is my face, and I'm actually really, really happy about it. I know that I can touch my face now, and it is so, so nice. Of course, sometimes, especially when I'm getting like emotionally involved while I'm talking here, I'm getting a bit splotchy, and you just see how I am, you know, and I think that's wonderful. It is so, so much nicer that you can actually see the reaction in the face of the person that is in front of you. I think that's a very, very healthy thing. Now, of course, there is a reason why we invented concealers. That is, of course, an important thing. I use concealers only now to carve out my eyebrows. That's the only thing why I'm using it, but of course other people have other needs. I, as of right now, don't need it, but maybe you want to check that out. Of course, there's also a super, super nice range in the color options that you have here. Super, super nice tones and undertones in 19 shades, okay? 19 shades. They're full coverage, they have a soft matte finish, and it says here it's waterproof. All right, so in any case, they retail for $27 each. Let me just look if I have a price for the Gemrock 2 palette. No, I don't have a price for that one. Okay, so let us move on to something where I thought, wow, this is so, so cool. And apparently, let me just check, this launched already. Okay, so Sigma Beauty came out with a collab palette with Anne Nook. I hope I'm saying this right. She's of course a very, very big influencer, super talented, super beautiful. And of course you see her here on the picture together with the palette. It is kind of mostly neutral and soft. And then of course you have also some colorful options. And I think it's very, very nice. Beautiful. And of course she's super, super talented, so I think whatever she puts on her face is going to just look spectacular. But yeah, so you see the palette here. I think size wise the palette is really, really nice. I cannot really judge from this picture, this whole column with the gray and white shades, what the differences are really in those shades, because that column looks a little bit too flat to me, but that could just be because this picture is too far away and I would really like to see swatches. Do I have swatches? Let me just try to find some swatches here, because that would of course be very, very helpful. But again, I think it's beautiful that she gets to collab, and she deserves it, I'm sure. So that is what it is. Okay, sweeties, that is a palette that should be live already. And let us move on. I could not find swatches right now here. Okay, now let us move on to another collab, and that is a collab between Dandelions Cosmetics and Basket Case Beauty. Okay, so they're coming out with a collab palette like this. Also, this is a very, very nice size palette. Also, the swatches look super, super nice. And of course also the shades themselves in the pans, in the palette, look super beautiful. I love the greens also, especially that sparkly green shimmer there in the bottom row. So, so beautiful. I'm loving greens. What can I say? Okay, but that palette, let's see. You can have the bundle without the palette for $40, and then the whole palette, like with the shades and the palette, for $50. And this is already live in case you want to check this one out. Okay, then let's also talk about Divina. Now this one, let me double check this. This is also already a little bit older, maybe a little bit like 10 days or something. And they're coming out with the Winter of the Wicked collection. Now, first of all, the theme is great. I love it. The theme, and of course based on this picture as a color inspiration, super beautiful. I love it. Okay, also the color scheme of the whole collection is super beautiful when you also see them swatched out. Absolutely stunning. I love stuff like this. I also think that it is so easy to work with a collection that is like pre-made to fit. You know what I mean? More than even, for example, the palette from Playing in Makeup Yolando, this all matte palette that we just spoke about. Of course, you have a lot more options there to play around, but it is so easy to work within the same color scheme in one mood. You know what I mean? So this is super nice. I'm sure this is going to be super good quality. You do have 9 single shadows featuring mattes and pressed pigment shimmers. And do I have a price? The bundle is retailing for $66. And you can have it also for $6 each. Alright, so that is live from Divina Cosmetics. Then I also wanted to talk about Root Cosmetics because they caught my attention with 2 big palettes that have launched some time ago already, like a couple of weeks ago. And we have the Florist palette and the Gardener palette. Now, first of all, I love the theme. I'm very much into flowers, and like, not that I'm into gardening. I'm very bad at this. You know, there is actually a lot of stuff that doesn't survive me, you know, when it comes to flowers and stuff like that. But I love them, you know, I love them to death, kind of, you know. But these palettes, I think the whole concept is really nice. Okay, so you do have 35 shades in each palette, and the whole thing is called the Flower Love collection. This retails for $24 each, and I think it's really cute. I personally love big palettes, and I would easily have both of them because I'm also doing quite a few neutral looks now. And of course the Flower Love Gardener palette, which is the more brownish, neutral leaning one, is of course, well, more neutral. Yeah, okay, so sweeties, this is available for purchase in case you want to. I hope this is not sold out yet because it's really cute. Then I also wanted to actually sneak peek something, and that is coming from Saints, Angels, Sinners. And this is a palette, a collab palette that is going to launch soon. As of right now when I'm filming this, which is 2 days before you're seeing this, I only have this picture. Okay, so can I tell you who the collab is with? It says here Faith, Trust, and a little bit of pixie dust. Okay, so I don't think I can already tell you who the collab is with. I don't know. Okay, but in any case, maybe you know by the time you're seeing this, maybe you know already. Okay, so very excited about this one. Let's see what is coming out there. She says she thinks it's the prettiest palette they've ever done, with a fairy herself. So we shall see. Okay, sweeties, I used to have a code with Saints, Angels, Sinners. I am not sure anymore because of course I took a break and I'm also not on the PR list anymore. So I don't know. I can tell you, I have no idea. Okay, sweeties, then let's also talk about something where I thought, wow, this is beautiful. And that is from Ladybug Glow. This is a new brand for me. I don't know, have you heard about this brand? This must have popped up while I was on my social media break. And this palette though, isn't that so beautiful? This is the Feeling Inspired Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette. Feeling Inspired. Yeah. So beautiful. It just gives me very good feelings to look at this. Size-wise, depth and light shade-wise, the whole balance in the palette, the combination of the shades, it's beautiful. So this is a cruelty-free brand, and this is now available on Etsy for about $34. I love it. It's beautiful. So this is from Ladybug Glow. All right, so check this one out. This is beautiful. And in case you do know you have tried this, the formula, please let us all know in the comments. That would be awesome. Okay, then let's also, of course, talk about the Blend Bunny newest palette, sweeties, the Lure and Trove, I think, Lure palette. Please come and rescue me. This brand is just beyond. what can I say? This brand is beyond. So you do have, of course, the Leorah palette is the big one, and then you do have the little quad there with the shimmery shadows. Beautiful, absolutely stunning every single time she comes out with a palette. It is absolute perfection. It's absolute perfection. You cannot do it better, if you ask me. You know, there is something so pleasing about every single release. I don't know, speechless. Okay, let's see. Do I have some prices? The Leorah palette retails for $46, and then the Trove quad retails for $68. I think these are all like multi-chromes, the quad things like that. Okay, so you can maybe also see it in the swatches. They might be a little bit small for you to see, but of course you can do your research on social media as well. So this is absolutely beautiful. This is available now, but I don't know, whatever is sold out, you know, I don't know. I have no influence, you know. All right, then let's also talk about a sneak peek. Again, I don't know what is being released already or what is shown while I'm editing this. All right, so Pink Crush Cosmetics is coming out, or sneak peeking their Web of Deceit palette, and this is the cover. Okay, so I have the feeling there could be some greens, which is like, give it to me, but this is going to be a 12 shade palette with matte shimmers and duochromes. This is coming soon. I think I do have a code with Pink Crush Cosmetics. I should go over my codes and see, like, just familiarize myself with it again. It is just like, it has kind of like removed itself from me a little bit in the last months. But again, just if you want, just feel free to check out the link tree. By the way, the link tree will also lead you to my social media. Okay. All right. So this is coming soon from Pink Crush Cosmetics. I of course have tried Pink Crush Cosmetics quite a bit. Really like that brand. So check it out. Okay. Oh, I wanted to definitely also show you something that is already a little bit older. Because while I was basically on my break, NBA Cosmetics came out with so much nice stuff. And NBA Cosmetics, I have been talking about this brand quite a bit here in my new makeup releases, but for me personally, even though I have tried some singles from NBA Cosmetics already, for me personally, this brand has always a little bit flown under the radar because I've never seen a palette really. It was more like singles and things like this, and I'm not the single girl. I'm not the single girl. Yeah, I'm not the singles girl, really. I love palettes. Palettes is the thing for me. And now, while I was basically offline, they came out with so many nice things, and I don't know whatever is available now, but just wanted to give you an impression of how beautiful, how they have been working, you know? All right, so this is the Cosmic Bubbles palette. Absolutely beautiful. I think this is the latest one that they're coming out with now, or just recently have come out with. This palette has 3 mattes, 1 shimmer, and 4 duochromes, retailing for $32. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Then they also came out, they also came out with a palette that's called the Celestial Moon palette. This one came out already, like launched already earlier, probably their winter palette, which is absolutely beautiful. Also, maybe you can see a little bit of the packaging, you know, it's beautiful. The color inspiration and the whole design of the packaging and everything is beautiful. Love it. Okay, so this retails for $30, 3 mattes, 2 shimmers, 3 duochromes. Beautiful. Okay, so again, don't know what is available now. There is also their fall themed palette, which is, I believe, sold out by now. Just wanted to show you this one. This is called the Pumpkin Kisses eyeshadow palette. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so sorry I missed it. I'm so sorry I missed it. Not that I need anything, but I'm so sorry that I missed it. This also retailed for $30, 4 mattes, 2 duochromes, 1 metallic shimmer, and 2 shimmers. And then we also need to talk about this one, and this is also in collaboration with Basket Case Beauty. You know, so this is the Winter Wonderland palette. I spoke about this already in one of my previous videos in a different connection, not to new makeup releases, but just as an example of a beautiful palette, this is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. You know, I am just very, very much into that color scheme anyway, but I'm so feeling it so much. So just as a bit of an example, and then one more, I wanted to show you the Forest Nymph palette, which has released in December already. So this is already old. If this is old, what am I? Like, seriously. But I mean, grounding, earthy, just beautiful, right? Calming. Everything we all need is in this palette, seriously, so beautiful. Okay, so then I wanted to also talk about something else from Notice Beauty. They're coming out with the Cyber Saga eyeshadow palette, which is this one. This is going to release on February 1st, and it's going to have hybrid shimmers, duochromes, multichromes, and mattes, and one shimmer matte. What is a shimmer matte? I have no idea. Is it then a satin or something? I have no idea. But in any case, so this is going to be available on February 1st, in case you want to check this one out from Notice Beauty. Okay, one more palette I wanted to show you that is coming from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. That is the Mistress of the Dark palette. Very, very cool theme. Loving it. And there you have, of course, the color scheme. It has 12 shades with 7 mattes, 4 shimmers, and 1 glitter. This is available now for $26 in case you want to check this one out. I have tried, I don't remember the name anymore of the palette from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. Really, really liked it. So in case you want to check this one out, this should be available now. Okay, now let us also talk about this one. This is coming from Simply Posh Cosmetics. This is the reveal of the Berry Icy palette. So cute, right? Berry Icy palette. So you have the icy part and of course the berry part. 18 shades, 12 mattes, and 6 duochromes. This is going to become available on the 30th of January. So this is basically right around the corner in case you are interested in Simply Posh Cosmetics. Super nice. Have I tried Simply Posh Cosmetics? I believe not. Did I? No, yes, I did. I did. It wasn't it the Poison Garden? Wasn't that Simply Posh Cosmetics? Poison Garden palette? Sweeties, help me out. Let me know in the comments. Was that was Simply Posh Cosmetics, no? I think so. Okay, so in any case, this is going to be available super soon. And then something that by coincidence is kinda a little bit similar in a way is the new release from Nomad Cosmetics. So this is the Love and Death palette. This is inspired by the duality themes in Romeo and Juliet. This color story explores the fiery heights of love and sorrowful depths of death. Yeah, okay, sweeties, still struggling with the English. Okay, love blossoms on the left with pink blushes and rich roses turning into intense reds and passionate scarlet. Death consumes the right with cool tones and woeful grays, tragic blues, deep violets, and the completeness of black. So you do have 12 velvety mattes, 4 intense shimmers, 2 sheer shimmer toppers. Okay, this is available now. I know that I'm getting this in PR. It just takes a long time for stuff to get to me. So you're going to see this in real time. It's not, I don't know. You're going to see this at some point when I actually have it. This retails for $47. I do have a code with Nomad Cosmetics in case you want to use it. Okay, now of course to the palette, I really, again, like with the Simply Posh palette that we just looked at, I really love the order in both of those palettes actually. And of course also here the whole theme, how they're always cooking this up and putting it into colors, how they're always, well, you know, it is destination makeup. Nomad Cosmetics that is what they do. So they have been there in those places and then they create a palette around this and a theme. All right, so I think they did super well here again to create life through colors in a palette is incredible. It's an incredible gift. And you know, the way they execute the outside packaging and the, like, it's always there's so much love in it and so much passion and compassion, maybe even. Yeah, so just saying, super big fan of that brand. Of course, as you know, has been featured a lot here on my channel. And of course, again, you're going to see this palette here. This, as far as I know, will not be a limited edition palette, so that is going to be one of the staple ones on their website. Okay, sweeties, and with that, I think we are going to stop for today. Of course, there is a lot more that I could talk about, but I don't want to because I don't want to be editing forever because I need to go and train my dogs. You know. Okay, I also quickly wanted to show you what I used in today's look because I'm not listing anything in the description box anymore. So this is of course the Dark Fantasy palette from Beauty Bay. This is how she looks. This is one that launched also while I was offline, and I went ahead and bought it because obviously these palettes from Beauty Bay, from the Beauty Bay brand, are not like a big investment, and I'm kind of collecting them. Again, not that I need it. Oh, and I also at the same time, I also bought myself the Berries palette, the big one. I do have the other one, the 16 Shades palette that launched first, but just in order to have completion, I ordered myself this one. Okay, sweeties, that is basically what it is, but for today's look, I used this one. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you did enjoy yourselves. Maybe you have also noticed that I am not over editing my videos anymore. If I'm getting stuck on a word or something, I'm mostly just leaving it in because I just want to be more relaxed. I want to be more relatable because I'm sure it happens to you too. And I think, and that is again something that I would love to talk about, is just to bring a little bit more reality into this place. I mean, not necessarily here into my place, because I always try to be as transparent and real as possible, but in general I think it is just so unhealthy, this whole pretending and this whole this and that, and I am like, no, I'm over it. I'm too old for this, you know. I just don't want this anymore. I just want to relax and be real and have fun, and also be an example like this even, you know, because I think we can set an example also in the other direction. I used to pride myself, you know, in like being an example, to be like in being perfect. And I think I ruined a lot within myself, in my soul, and also regarding my eating disorder and things like this. I ruined a lot for myself because of that. Because I tried to be perfect. I tried to, like, I don't even know what I tried to prove. And to whom? Like, why? You know? And I just feel it is so refreshing to just be real. To be real. And I wish a lot of people would do that. And they should show their pimples and not apologize. You know? Like, whatever. It is real life. And I think we should all embrace it a little bit more. And just, like, you know? Let's just, like, do it. Okay. Sweeties, this is it. Okay, so if you can relate to that, then let me know in the comments. And if you like it here, then definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm not here to like gain a huge following. I really don't care. But if you want to be here, then I'm loving to have you here. And I'm very excited to see what you're saying to all of that. Let me know. Okay, what you're hearing is one of my puppies rolling around on the floor. Okay, so beyond that, I'm going to see you here whenever I see you. I hope, I'm planning to do like one video per week, but depending on what is happening in my life, I can do it or I can't. So, you know, you see me when you see me. And of course, if you want to see me, make sure that the bell is turned on so you get notified. Otherwise, you might, of course, miss the upload. And beyond that, I'm just going to say goodbye. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for being connected and always sending happy vibes my way. I really truly feel it and I love it, and a lot of you have been connected to me for so long, and I'm like, it feels like family, seriously, you know. All right, sweeties, I'm gonna go. I'll see you soon, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.